Hello and welcome back to Starfield 2026. New game playthrough. Spoilers, you've been warned, yada yada. Okay, so we are in New Game +1, and I've been having some crashing problems, so we are going to dive through the anomaly, through the Unity, at which point I will be removing some of my creations, so reduce the load on the system, and maybe we will get some of that back. Anyway, so we are off to Masada. I have sold, well, first of all, I dumped all of my ammo in the quantum box, along with the cores to make the X-Tech extractors, and all the X-Tech that would fit. So the quantum box is full of X-Tech, plus the cores, plus ammo. I could add more ammo. I pulled back out the ammo for just the weapons that I want to use, and I've sold everything else and turned it into ammo. So you take a big loss buying ammo here and taking it through and selling it on the other side, but at least it'll be some money that we will have available to get ourselves started. Upwards of level 65, I'm not really sure what the strategy is to get decent weapons to deal with the scaled up monsters you're going to be contending with early on. We'll see about that when we get to the other side. Anyway, I brought about 4,000 ammo for these two guys, and I brought about 1,200 ammo for the mag sniper that I just picked up, and I brought about 4,000 ammo for my hard guy. That took a long time sitting in the gun shops waiting for them to respawn. It's like, would they never cough up the ammo? Anyway, Andreja and I are ready to go to Masada. We're going to ignore the rest of that. We'll come back and do the other stuff after Masada. We'll have to figure out what we want to do.
What will be our next course of action?
Well, you finally showed up. No more words. Let's settle this. A fight in the heavens themselves. What more could we ask for?
Yeah, the torpedoes on the Guardian ships basically take away all of your maneuverability. But if they're anywhere near dead in front of me, they're dead right in front of me. So that's why I use the particle beam weapons. Now, the Vanguard particle beam weapons, you mount 6 of them, you'll get higher DPS, but occasionally you have to stop and wait for them to recharge. Quick save, and then we are going to go down to the buried temple.
Landing gear. Check. Thrusters. Check. Landing site. Clear.
I like this design. I think I'll keep it. I wish you could send a blueprint for a ship through the quantum thing, and then build it on the other side. Maybe even just have to gather the money and the parts and such, but at least not have to redesign. Oh well, a redesign each time isn't that big a thing. So just to check really quick. I do have enough quantum essence to upgrade phase time again. Currently it's taking 38 power. Oh, that's down from 40. Down to 31 now. Okay. Yes, we definitely want to be upgrading that one to its maximum. It's pointless to loot anything that we are not going to be using between here and the temple.
Fighting alongside you is never dull.
Yep, I did my quantum time when I was not line of sight. He slipped out of the way. Let me get in line of sight with these guys, and then I'll hit quantum time again. He's crouched. There he is. There we go. Hey, buddy. Oh, there's more of them. Any more? I've gained 1 quantum essence. Apparently all of that shooting only really got me 1 quantum essence, so that's too bad. Oh well. Still, we are getting a lot of points into powers. I'm thinking back on how long it took me to go through 10 times through the Unity and 10 times through all of the temples. Well, actually, really only had to go 9 times through the Unity, but just keep going through and through and through until you had all your powers up to level 10, because none of them got to level 10 really until you get them all there.
It's only the beginning.
Okay, so you get a bullet, and 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 you get a bullet, and
Defend the temple once more.
you still only needed 1 bullet. Oh, this needed reloading. where is the Guardian? Yeah, shooting while flying through the air. There he is. Okay, so that got me the key and a quantum essence. Well, you know what that's going to do. Phase time. Now 24 power. And we actually have a effect. Probably don't want to be treating the effect while we're still in the environment that creates it. Look in the lower left, you'll see the triangle with the effect in it. You also see the circle. So we'll frostbite, and we're in hazardous weather. The suit that is not protecting us. I like the look of the reagent suit. It's probably not the best for environmental protection. Okay, let's go ahead and treat that now. That'll do. Recover from 5 injuries. I forgot that I need to do that. If I can get through that, I will be able to push that up to the second level, where I believe we regenerate faster, which is good.
Okay, you're up. Something goes wrong in there, we'll come get you.
Yep.
Why would anything go wrong? Shouldn't we?
Okay. A little breather there. Now I want to get all the way over the other side there. And I want to turn all of the local automated defenses to my side. Okay. So we need 3 that are kind of in that Y shape. I don't see it. So it's going to be like that. I'm going to auto slot that for speed. That's a match. That's good if I've got something that goes in the other side. Yep. Okay, so first of all, the turrets. Update friend or foe. And the robots. Hopefully Andreja hasn't killed too many of them. one. There's the other one. Okay, phase time is a very effective I win button. Now, normally, I talk my way out of the final confrontation. Do I want to just kill them and take their stuff? No, I'm going to be going on through. Taking their stuff wouldn't make a difference.
Source of power for this entire facility.
Let's top up my health. I don't like wandering around injured like that. Everybody stand still. There we go. Private quarters key. Ah! Yeah. And we could pick up the collector's outfit if we wanted, but like I said, we're not sticking around. If we were sticking around, okay, then, you know, I would stash away the artifacts somewhere and enjoy the rest of the universe. I'd be grabbing all of this stuff. It's all good stuff. Actually, that's maybe the way to do it, is to get all the way through to where we've got the ability to just jump to the Unity at any time, or even jump to the Unity and come back, and then just, you know, park the Armillary. Well, you can't build it. If you build the Armillary on a base, the next time you jump, you go to the Unity. So you have to keep the pieces on you. But, you know, that makes it so you can jump to the Unity anytime.
Come on, Rook. Come on. You can make it. Barely stepped on the juryman's road with us. Can't see another soul off to the void so soon. No. No. I'll pour one out to the blackest sea for you, Rook.
Not letting me go to photo mode.
What the? Crix's ghost? What kind of cruelty is this? This some starborn trick? Come to mock me before you twist the blade? Multiple universes? You're a visitor jumping through the gates of space and time? We meet minds there. Never tell you the cost, do they? Well, ghost from the other side. I'll keep
need to
what
get a
you say
picture of myself
rolling
with
around
myself.
in my head for a spell. But for now, wouldn't mind if you gave me a bit. I just lost a friend.
Okay, so photo mode. Let's see. Pose is going to be kneeling. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, Andreja, let's go find the artifact. There likely to be anything here that I need. I don't think so. If the little bits of ammunition that are here end up making a difference. Something tells me I sold off all of that stuff. Oh no. So I keep the keys. I sold off all of my action figures. Oops. Well, well, I suppose you can't really take them through. Are they zero mass? Hold on, let me check that. All. Action figure. It's not zero mass. So I don't think we're intended to carry these forward. Oh, but they give the bonus on the first pickup. Okay. So I guess it'd be really neat to have the whole set, but you can get all the buffs without having the whole set in any given universe. I think we are good to go.
Gaze into the abyss of the infinite.
Oh, really? You get a bullet. You get a bullet, Andy. You get a bullet. And you get a bullet. And you get a bullet. And there's my target. Up. Boom. And let's update quantum time to level 10. 18 power. I've been thinking about this, going back and forth on whether to just go ahead and go into this final fight knowing that using phase time I can probably take these guys. And then I thought, why am I letting the acquisition of starborn powers change who I am? Remember, we started this playthrough as a talkie character, diplomacy, persuasion. I think we need to try to keep the character the same. So we have the phase time when we need it, but let's not let it define our decisions.
Well, here we are, ready to kill each other for the artifacts. As always. I'm sorry it's come to this.
I got an idea. Why don't you two just, chillax here?
More talking? I'm a little disappointed. No. Wait. I want to hear this. Fine.
So we have nothing special. We've got a Starborn here. Could go for the number for the +4. I need to get 8 points total. Yeah, let's just go with the Starborn. I think the Cyans are always successful. Diplomacy. More diplomacy. Oh, we got a manipulation for 5. I'm going to use diplomacy.
I can see that. Well, I don't know about either of you, but it's been a while since I felt this old. Perhaps it's time to put this all to an end. At least this once. Here, take the artifacts before I come to my senses.
I've got an idea. These two could stay in this universe and slip into their roles in this universe, whoever they originally were.
There is no one I would rather see right now. Are you sure you must go?
Okay, so it sounded like she was going to say something there, but I guess I missed her thing. So we have all of the stuff. So all these artifacts. I think the cartridge and the impact grenade I picked up at the beginning. We now have all the artifacts. And that would have granted me the last level of phase time if I hadn't already spent the points in it. I just wasted a couple quantum essence. Got a level. So first thing is we have 2 skill points to spend. And we have 1 quantum essence. So I guess if you go through a temple, you get a quantum essence. Well, Andreja, are you ready to do this? First of all, are all of my primary crew members on board ship? Andreja and Barrett, Moara, Sam and Sarah are on ship, Vasco's on ship, Model G's on the ship. Okay, so we're good. So you can sort by name, I think. You can change assignments. Yeah, so I don't think we can sort on these other ones. We would love to sort by assignment so I can see who all is on one ship. Oh well.
So, the Unity awaits. I'm not as afraid as I thought I would be. Stepping away from the world you know,
a better place. That is not what I meant. I would not want to leave it behind so easily either. I just meant that life keeps going, even when you have lost everything. Do you think we will see each other after the Unity? Will we even recognize each other if we do? Part of me does not want to. I could stay here with everyone. With you. But I will step into the beyond whenever you are ready. I know this is what we have all been working for.
Oh, big positive boost in her affinity from that conversation. You know what? I don't think I am going to go back and do anything special with the quantum thingamabobber. I'll take through what I've got. I've got the X-Tech in there in case we need it.
It appears Constellation's current mission is at its end. It is customary to offer congratulatory statements.
Ooh, I just had a thought. Starborn Vasco. Ooh.
Thank you. If I were sentient, I am sure I would be feeling a great sense of pride and increased social connectivity to you. I hope the process of becoming Starborn is done without causing any physical trauma. But given the unknown physiological requirements of crossing universes, that seems unlikely. Given that the Starborn encounters have so far not included any robots, the safe assumption is that I will need to remain behind. If we do not see each other again, goodbye, Captain. From a statistical standpoint, you have been an unusually effective member of this team.
Well, thank you, Vasco.
Your order, Captain.
Hey, there's potted plants in the companionway. Oh, that's cool. I didn't notice that before. I just gotta check in on everybody. Hey, Cora.
Heck of a thing we pulled off.
I can't wait to get to the Unity. I've been reading all about parallel universe theory, and I'm so ready to meet another version of me. You think it's okay if I call them Cora too? You're right. We shouldn't assume that just because they're the second us we see, that they somehow didn't exist before. Look, Dad said that there's a chance we might all get separated after we go to the Unity. You don't think that's going to happen, do you? That's what Dad said. I feel kind of bad, you know? That I want to go anyway. I'm sure gonna miss the lodge, but I can't wait to see what happens next.
I like her attitude. Hey,
Coming up on
Sam.
the end of a long ride here. We got all the artifacts. Are you ready for what comes next? Might not see each other on the other side. Yeah, so am I. Hey, listen, you're probably wondering about Cora. I played it over in my head 1,000 times, and I've made up my mind. She's coming with. I know what everyone's gonna say, but Even if I told her no, she'd find some way on board that ship. And if we stayed behind, we'd both regret it. Glad to know you still got that sense of humor of yours. Okay. Let's get it, huh? The unknown is right over the next bend.
Bear in mind, we have not met any Starborn that look like kids. Hey,
Your
Model
ship
G.
is way bigger than Dad's.
I've been using the Varun paint because he looks good in that. Let me go red. There you go. Okay, there's Cora's room. There's Sam's room. There's room. Captain's quarters. Andreja's room.
Been in the Vanguard a long time. Hope the Blackest Sea is treating you all right. So long.
Now that you
Thanks.
have all the artifacts, we should talk. So this is it. This Armillary can finally be assembled, and the Starborn are sure that something will happen on the other side. Something that will make us like them. Funny. I thought after all this time I'd be screaming in excitement to jump into the unknown, but I feel like I'm hesitating. I was just taking for granted that Constellation would keep going, past the end. But we don't know what's waiting for us. Say we go to the Unity, become Starborn, enter another universe. Will there even be a Constellation there? It won't be ours, even if it is. I really turned you into a true believer, didn't I? Oh, what have I done? All right, let's get back to it. One more jump into the unknown.
Okay, I think we've talked to everybody we need to talk to.
I do love it, you know. Sidonia. Just wish everyone
Oh,
else felt the
forgot to
same
talk to
way.
Barrett. Hey, Barrett.
Always knew we could pull this off. Finally, these new universes won't know what hit them. Forget about the Starborn and the Hunter. It's Barrett and company from here on out. I suppose we can do that. Classic. Look, if this is a are we doing this or not talk, then stop right there. We're doing this. The multiverse waits for no one. You wouldn't be the first person to say that. Well, not the multiverse part, obviously. Although, from a chaos theory perspective, maybe.
Yeah, Barrett's
Come on.
Starborn.
We didn't do all this not to take the final step. Now let's get going.
Barrett's Starborn, and he knew that if he hung out with Constellation, eventually somebody would come along who would go do the hard part of gathering all the artifacts and building the Armillary, and he could just skate along with us. Okay. See, that's the way you do it. You don't fight, you team up, guys. I'm gonna head back to... No, I'm not. We need to put the last piece in the Armillary and head for the Unity. It's time. Do-do-do. We've completed the Armillary.
Up and away. Orbital insertion complete. You may now move freely about the cabin.
You made it. I hope you're enjoying the view. I never get tired of staring at it. Eternity.
How long have I been on mute? Anyway, we're ready to go.
Do I? Welcome home, Starborn. As always, the path to a new universe is forward. Past me. Or, you could turn around and return from where you came.
Okay. First step is we want to gather the ending
Stepping towards infinity,
scenes
I offer you a
here.
glimpse into what will happen to the universe you may be leaving, as the essence of who you are is spread throughout space and time.
So what did I do? Well, I did the main quest. I killed the hunter. Dealt with the hunter
By
and
defeating both the hunter and the emissary, the path to the unity in this universe is left for the people of the settled systems to discover on their own, uninterrupted by powerful Starborn.
it's too bad they don't have a different one for if you diplomacy, because if you team up with the emissary, I've seen this one. If you team up with one or the other of them, they show up here, and the emissary is teaching them, and I forgot what the hunter is doing, but it made me never want to do that again. It seems to me that if you diplomacy them at the end, they both stay here, and it should have something involving them. Free Star Rangers.
Ron Hope's downfall proves once again that the Free Star Rangers put justice above petty power plays and politics.
I can't go into photo mode in the Unity.
A sense of
That's
commitment
arbitrary.
to the common good grows throughout the Free Star Collective. Acts of heroism and noble sacrifice increase.
Yeah, you just can't go to photo mode. And I chose the Asylees, yay! Even though I got a lot of crap for it.
The resurrection of the Asylees species leads to a massive reduction in terramorph attacks across the settled systems. At the same time, the need to spread the Asylees far and wide increases cooperation between all the factions. Belief in the UC as the diplomatic leader of the settled systems grows.
I think he's handsome. Don't want to get too close. I want to step into the Unity itself. Well, through into the next universe.
Legion Industries dismantles the internal neuroamp and keeps its existence a secret. The company is successful, but quieter. Every new operative that is hired hears the story of your rise through the corporate ladder and looks to emulate your success. Your work with UC SysDef against the Crimson Fleet is a triumph of law over greed. The UC establishes greater security throughout the settled systems. Travelers throughout the stars will be safer. Your lover, Andreja, eventually chooses to be reborn herself. Your commitment to each other bolsters all relationships in the settled systems. Marriages blossom, more people in House Varun begin to question its orthodoxy and look to the outside world.
So nothing from Terra and Armada, because so either they didn't add anything, or maybe I haven't actually finished the whole storyline. I'm going to head back out, and I'm going to check in with the lodge, and because
once
they're going to be
reborn, there is no going back.
If they're going to be writing papers on this, they're going to want to have all the information, which includes what I just picked up. Includes a report from the Unity from before you step inside. That makes sense, right? Now, everyone else, I think, probably has already gone through. Actually, no, I've already done this once, so I know what's going to happen. And I do not disagree with it. But then, I did this last time, so anybody that's been following this series also knows what happens when you walk back out of the Unity. It does take a while, though. Artifacts have been added to your inventory. Rebuild the Armillary on a ship to return to the Unity. I tried rebuilding it at an outpost. It in fact returned me to the Unity. In fact, I'm going to demonstrate that. And if I'm wrong, then I have another way of sticking around. So, star map. Back to Alpha Centauri. Jemison. The Lodge.
Is the city meant to inspire or intimidate? Perhaps it depends on
Oh,
your
hey,
reason for being
Andreja.
here.
Hold on, let's... Okay, so everybody should end up back at the lodge. So I've taken them all off the ship. And yeah, everybody apparently walked into...
I quite enjoy New Atlantis, but this... this is much better.
So what happened was, find out about this in detail, but yeah, everybody went to the Unity and came back. I'm going to sleep for an hour to give them all a chance to come back to the lodge. This is where I could mess with the quantum thingamabobber.
I feared the Great Serpent himself may have needed to avert his eyes at some of what went on last night.
So my in-character motivation is to talk to the people that we're going to leave behind. Let's start with Sarah. Hey, Sarah.
You came back. I thought... I was sure you were going to... But then I guess... neither did I. Ah, you really are too smart for your own good. What was it like, being in the Unity? It was not what I was expecting. Everything stretched out before me, and yet I was just talking to one person who knew everything about me. I wonder if that's why the Starborn are willing to fight each other over getting it. Just for that one moment to feel like you're a part of everything.
But
I'm glad to see you again. But don't stay here forever, okay? Don't give up on the opportunity to step into a whole other universe.
since you stepped through, I picked up all the parts, built the Armillary, and you stepped through with me. Couldn't the Starborn all get together and step through together? Why do they not see this?
I'm holding you to that. Now, let's get back out there.
I did not think I would see you again. I almost walked in myself, but I thought, what if someone else came back and they were alone? But at some point you will. The Unity may wait forever, but there will come a day when we cannot remain together, no matter how much we wish it. Still, I will remember the moment when you chose me over the Infinite. Now that you have seen the Unity, what are your thoughts? I was afraid the Unity was going to be something else. Something terrible.
Sarah, you holding up okay?
But there was only me, and
I didn't
she
exactly
was
need a reminder, but
kind.
I don't suppose you're after the job, are you?
The Starborn believe they are competing with each other. With us. I wonder if the Unity causes this, or if it is just them. There's a part of me that still believes you should go. That the Unity is the last step on this journey. Now that you are back, I am not sure what I think. Perhaps Constellation is worth holding on to. Even with the feeling of destiny in the distance.
Okay,
The Great Serpent favors me to have put you in my path. And leave your back sorely unguarded. If you insist.
okay. So that's Sarah and Andreja.
What can I help you with?
Never did talk to Walter about his project, but we'll do that in the next universe.
You're back.
Hey, Noelle.
I'm pulling a crazy amount of data from you and your ship. This is years of research in the making.
And that's why I came back. She is more like the people at NASA than anybody else in this game.
Oh, of course. Sorry. I'm happy to be working with everyone around again. I didn't realize how much I would miss it until after you jumped. Well, welcome back home. I'm sure everyone will be off again at some point, but it's good to see everybody.
Hey, Mateo.
The Unity let you come back? I didn't know that was possible. That's tempting. Too tempting. I don't think I can risk changing my mind at the moment of truth. I don't want to sway you one way or another in your ultimate decision, but I personally think this universe could stand to have you around a little longer.
So, it's important to me that you feel valued here.
Okay, maybe not every single day is a dream come true, but the work we're involved.
Hey, Walter.
Now, this is a surprise. Tell me, what brought you back?
Somebody's gonna get a paper out of this.
You can't take it with you, as the saying goes. That's why I didn't want to go. Comforting to know I'm not alone in that. Now, I know the Unity was our goal all along in this endeavor, but... well, it's still there, isn't it? No need to rush. Welcome back.
Well, you talked to Barrett and Sam.
Well, what do you know?
Here's Sam.
Had a feeling things might go this way. With everything Constellation's been through together, saying goodbye just wasn't enough. Looks like we both couldn't go through with it. That's just it. Without each other, going into the unknown would be lonely and pointless. But when you have people, you can lose them. Okay. The Unity. What'd you see?
Hold on. Need to check something. Yeah, I messed up my notes at some point. Oh well.
Someone who had a lot of opinions about how things worked out. And a reminder of what I'd be missing out on. I bet there's a philosopher out there who would have said the same thing about all wars since the beginning of time. You know the way I see it? You get the best of both worlds. Everything you know is here. And if you ever feel like leaving it behind, Unity is just there waiting. Not every explorer gets that kind of luxury. Just count on blessings, you know?
And just to make a small point, we haven't crashed, have we? Really? Where'd Barrett go? Andreja's room. It strikes me that I'm not sure where Barrett's room is. Well, he's down there.
Oh, hey!
Well, isn't this a surprise?
Laura?
You came back! How was the Unity? Did it give you more space powers? Can I watch Noelle if she wants you to test them again? There was another Cora there. I'm pretty sure she was just a manifestation of the Unity, or maybe a hallucination. But she was nice. We played tag. Well, don't forget me and Dad, okay? I know we might not all end up together, but I'd hate for anyone to get left behind. That was some adventure, huh? I know it's not really over. It never is. But I think we've all earned a break, don't you?
This looks a lot less like a mind-bending experience of space and time and more like us hanging around like we always do. I mean, did we all choose to come back? This is an explorers group, right? See? I knew it. All right, let's salvage something from this wreckage. The Unity. Tell me you took notes. Well, there was someone I was hoping to meet, but it looks like I'll need to actually go through it crossing universes for that to happen. Hey, you're trying to make a perfectly reasonable idea seem far-fetched. Oh well, better luck next time. Look, I know everyone's probably overjoyed to see you, especially now that they had a moment where you might have been gone for good. But I'm telling you, take the jump. get out there into that next universe. And yeah, I know I'm being hypocritical, but you know what I mean.
Glad.
Thought there was no cards left in the deck that could pull one over on me. Yet here you are, like a damn ghost. Pain of missing is all around. Constellation wasn't ready to break apart just yet. All the same, happy to see you. Know an explorer's call is to the great unknown, but no shame taking comfort in what you have.
Okay, so I've talked to everybody, including the Constellation members that can't come with me.
Stories? Or do you have one to tell me?
Now, I don't think we've had quite as many problems once we walked away from the new content areas. Well, actually, the crashes that we were having weren't necessarily all in new content areas, so I can't blame this on new stuff. So I'm going to hold to my plan. I'm going to go back through the Unity. It's going to be just like the other time. You jump through the hole, credits roll, okay, and then you land in the new universe. Before we do that, I will be removing some add-ons and making sure things are working. And we've got basically a coin flip on whether we're going to end up in a, shall we say, alternate universe. So things may be slightly different. I think that's part of the fun of this. I am running an add-on that gives me a 50% chance of that. So let's crew everybody back up and head for the Unity. Crew. Let's start with Sarah because she's got the leadership that makes her not count. Vasco, Sam, Andreja, and Barrett. Core crew members. And Model G. Teen is somewhere outside Dazra on the surface somewhere. Sahima is back at House Kadik. Luara is here. I can put him on the ship too. He doesn't say much, but he likes us. We're all set. And like I said, I'm not going to mess around with the quantum thing. We've got a bunch of ammo we dumped in there. I'll pull it back. Oh, I could dump one of my weapons in there.
Hey.
We would start out with a good weapon or two. Anyway, we've got a ton of ammo. So what we want to do, first of all, the quantum entanglement device, I need to take the X-Tech out. I'll put in whatever X-Tech will fit. But I'm going to take my best sniper. No, I'm going to take my second best. I'm going to take the refined hard target. And the highest DPS mag shear. That should give us a good start. Whoops. Let's see, ammo. We're going to put all of our ammo in. Anything else I particularly want to take with me from here? We've got a couple of weapons. I can buy a new spacesuit at Ryujin. I can buy new apparel. Oh, Digipix are zero mass. I'm taking my Digipix. Resources. We're going to fill it back up with the X-Tech when we've looked at everything else. We need the artifacts on us. I had a whole bunch of action figures. I guess I didn't take any of the rest of them. I'm not going to take that one. So resources. We're going to store all resources. That got 52 X-Tech on the other side. So we're good to go.
We've always considered ourselves explorers.
I don't know about you, but it felt a lot worse in Costa.
Okay, sports fans. Tell you what, let's build the Armillary at the outpost and see if we jump when the Armillary is built at an outpost. I don't think we do. I don't think we should, and I do think that we do. So, vessel. If we don't jump, like I said, that gives me a way of parking the Armillary somewhere. Oh, and I can probably not install the Kintek stuff if I'm truly worried about add-ons. I can remove it after I get my base set up. You know, add it in time to build the base. Remove it when it's time to, when the base is set. I've tried removing that one before, and it's very friendly. So F, R, V, Armillary goes. Oh, haha. Be titanium and neodymium. Yeah. Never mind. F, G, R, E. Some other time we'll do that experiment. Maybe.
Pre-check complete. We're good.
And the grav drive is powered up. Oh, I didn't build the Armillary on board the ship. So I've been thinking about where to cut the recording. I think I will do it just before the credits start, so we'll still see the fancy graphics and all of that. Build Armillary. Okay, Model G, let's do this. Whoosh! And we are back. So I think I know why this doesn't let you bring up the camera. Same reason you can't go to third-person view, is that you're not really carrying anything. The Unity is a separate space. We're always told it's safe to remove add-ons in the Unity. So I'm suspecting that there's a lot of assets that are simply not loaded here.
The Gate of Light will take you to another universe, or simply walk away until the stars fade to return to your ship.
Okay, making a hard save here. And let me get a note on that hard save. Oh, come on. Do hard save before Unity before NG+2. Is 5D 4H 13M. So I can come back to here if anything goes wrong.
Although you leave this universe behind, a new universe awaits you. Who will you be in this one? What choices will you make?
What I'll do is I'll run the closing graphic. I'll reload this save to do the other work. But yeah, here we go.